What's up, guys? It's Lionel the Builder back again with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the basics of Git. This is very important for us junior developers out there, especially when you join a team and you have to work inside a team environment. You really need to understand the basics. I'm going to go over everything that you will need, not the entire thing, because there's so much. The rabbit hole goes very deep, and you'll always be continuing to improve your knowledge in Git, but at least you'll know enough to join a team and to not look crazy doing the wrong things in the beginning like most people do, because it's a big difference from when you're building your portfolio projects and working in Git alone versus when you join a team and now you have to submit pull requests and merge requests and things like that. So we're going to go over the basics of everything that you would need to know to work within Git's version control system in VS Code. Prerequisite to this is that you already know how to download Git and install it. So if you need to learn how to do that, you're gonna have to get it on your own. I'll drop a link in the description of a great Git tutorial by this dude over here, Kevin Stratvert. So I'm gonna drop that in there. I was gonna watch and react to this, but instead we're gonna make our own. And I'm gonna use ChatGPT as a guide. And I'm going to open up a project in the other screen for me to go through my project as we're showing you guys how to use it. So let me slide this over here so y'all can see what I'm doing. Inside my projects folder, I go to open terminal. That pops open that project, which is the Digital Builders website in its current state. You type code and then a period, and that opens up VS Code. Let me move my ChatGPT thing over here, put this over here. So here's your VS Code editor, and these are my projects. It's a Next.js project, React front end, Firebase back end, which we haven't really set up the back end yet, but so here we are. This is to get this terminal to pop up. You do control and then I don't know the name of that thing right under escape, and this pops up. And so you do git status. That looked a little strange, but and it will tell you that's how you get the status of your Git. So basically, let's get into the explanation side of things. Git is a version control system. Hopefully I'm explaining that right. By the way, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I didn't do much research, I'm just gonna talk in like basic terms here, okay? So forgive me if my lingo is incorrect, but basically Git keeps track of the current state of your project, but then it branches off in all sorts of different directions. That's what your branches are. And if you click down here at the bottom, you can see all the branches that you have inside this project. I should have used maybe a bigger project, but just think about it as there being one main thing, and then you can clone that into your repo, and then you create another branch based off of wherever you are, whatever branch you are on. You can create another one, make changes there, and then submit the changes. So let's go ahead and launch this so that we can give a proper explanation of what it would look like. So I'm going to do npm run dev, wait a little bit for the development server to start, and then localhost is going to open up. And see, the way that I do, since I don't edit, like, that's why I don't usually do tutorials, because I know it's very much imperfect, but at least it's realistic, you know what I mean? So here's the Digital Builders website in its current state. Nothing too fancy. Next.js, we have a couple pages, and we're working on this right now. So I'm on the branch content updates that I just created, and the way that you create branches is you go git, it's like git checkout -b for branch, and then you just name it, and it makes another branch. And what that does is now it separates you on a different branch from the main for you to then make your changes. Now say we want to change this, which I actually do. Unlock your potential, build your future with the digital builders. I want to change that to something else, but I'm going to work on that more so later. But let's just start with, this is a call to act. What page is this? Join the Digital Builders Revolution. don't even know what page that is actually. I'm gonna search for Forge Your Path in Tech, because I see that's more so right there. Control Shift F to open up search. Forge Your Path. So it's the Hero JSX is the component that's on. Okay, so now here we are. Unlock your potential with. Then there's a string there. Oh, that's this right here, digital builders. So instead, we're going to say, because we're trying to, instead of be so much about building the community, we're trying to get more clients now. So I'm just going to make a simple change here that says, build products people buy with the digital builders. So then we hit save for that. And now if we go back and look over here, build projects people buy with digital builders. Now it's a little off, but as you can see, what I'm trying to show is after you make that change and you save it, you click version control. And now we can see on one side the previous version, one side the new version. So if we wanted to commit this to the main, we would leave a comment here saying updated hero component, and then you would commit it. You would click that to make the commit, and now you see now it changes to outgoing, and then you would publish this branch, merge it into the main, and then you would go over to, now there's some different ways you can do this if you have GitHub desktop or app or something, but what we normally do is, what I usually do is, then you go to GitHub, go to the repo. Actually, that's not it. I'm gonna go to our organization. By the way, message me if you would like to be added to our organization. Join the Discord. Join the Discord. DM me, and join the school was the other one. DM me, and I'll get you in here, man. So we're building stuff together. So wait, that's the Instagram. My bad. GitHub. Go to the organization. Where's the organization? Here, your organizations here. And then we go to repos. And then we go digital builders. And then you would go to pull requests. Now you would make a new pull request. You pick your branch and then you compare your branch. See, I would have to go through the whole thing, but I'm not trying to do that right now because it's like we didn't even change anything, and I want to actually make something that I want to keep. But you see, that's the way that you do it, right? And then when you make the pull request, you're basically submitting it to your team, to your lead developers, to then take a look at that code and approve it, or they'll leave comments and write it back. Now, what you don't want to do, which I did, and I know that other people have done that in the beginning when they first got into projects, was every single change that you were making, you added it to the main branch. Or like, say you added a million commits to one branch and then submitted them all at one time. You're not supposed to do that, because the person who is reviewing the code, it just looks crazy. It's too much to go through. You're supposed to do little changes at a time. Sure, you can group maybe 3 files. Maybe like if it's say you are implementing a settings page, then you would do, even if it's 3 different pages that had to affect with that, you would commit all of those things. You would name the branch feature, addition, settings page, or whatever the rules within your project. Make sure that you check, because I know different companies do this in a different way. But you would basically write clean commits and package them in one pull request, because you have to always think of the person who has to review before incorporating this into the project. Now, you would never want to like design this entire thing, the entire website, and then send it, because if there's a bug in there, or if there's something that needs to be changed, it's too much searching to find it. Versus, say we went to make a change in the about page and you see a typo in there or something, then the person who needs to go find what branch or like where the addition was, it would say, they would look straight for the commit that was changing the about page. So that way you're not looking at the massive commit that just says like new updates or something vague, and it just makes things too. So this is a way of us being organized. It's a way of us being accurate and strategic in our like working together, you know. And yeah, let's look at the ChatGPT thing, so that, because I was about to wrap it up, but I want to just make sure that I'm hitting like all of the basic stuff. Okay, so let's pull this over here. So basically we got brief explanation of Git, setting it up. I didn't do installing, but y'all gonna have to look that up. Cloning a repo, that's when come on now, you're cloning the repo. Self-explanatory. Navigate to your project, checking the status, making changes. So yeah, when you make the changes, you add git add period, adds it to all. But you could also just use source control for that. All of the things that we were doing in source control can also be done in a terminal if you guys learn the commands. So that's something to also do in your free time. Git commit -m, your commit changes. Pushing, git push origin, branch name. Origin tells you like where it's going. Is it going to the main or to a different branch, I believe. Don't quote me on that one. This sends your changes to the remote repository. To fetch and merge changes from the remote, git pull origin. So from the main, if you do git pull, which you should do before you submit new changes, you're updating your branch with the main before you start working, or before you create a new branch. You usually want to update with the current state of the branch, and that's what git pull does. You're pulling into the changes into your situation. Get checkout -b, new branch name. So yeah, that's why they went in that order, because next you would create your new branch, and then you would get checkout to switch to your branch. If you wanted to work primarily in the terminal, another way you could do that is just clicking them here. You click this button down at the bottom, and then you can see all your branches up here, and you can switch around. And that way, you know, you can even work on multiple things at one time. Using VS Code versus Git. Open product, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what, creating branches. So that's just like a script. Yeah. So yeah, we got most of the basics, man. That was the goal. Was to just go over the basics with you guys. Simple, easy, and understandable tutorial, so you can get busy and not make the crazy mistakes, and just know you're gonna look crazy if you hop in there without being properly prepared and start like, you know, merging entire files into, you know, a crazy looking pull requests and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to do here is encourage you to go dive deeper into this stuff, do a little bit more research. Watch that tutorial that I post down there. That guy gets a lot more thorough into it. But yeah, stopping us from looking crazy. I'm Out on the Builder. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.